it's Miss Poppy Cat. Hi. Hi. I don't know if she can talk. Crazy. Oh. Good morning, whatever time of day it is for you right now. I've actually tried to film this video like 3 times already, and because I've only got my phone to film on, it's either cut out randomly just because my batteries were drained or ran out of space, and for some reason when it stops filming it doesn't like make a noise or anything, so I'll just keep going and then I'll be like, oh, today will be the day. 4th time lucky. I've actually connected my phone to the laptop, which is plugged into the wall so it will not go flat, taking everything off. Today I'm going to do 25 facts about me. I would do 50, but I don't think my phone's going to last that long. So, number 1, I was born with a hole in my arm. When I was in mum's womb, they checked for Down syndrome, and they used to have these like injection things that they used to use to get the fluid out of the stomach. They don't use it anymore though because it's too dangerous. But anyway, I happened to move, and it like got me in the arm. I probably can't say that, but I'll do it close up. And yeah, it's just kind of grown with me. It's not like huge, but, and it does have an end because I've had friends that have tried to like poke little pencils in there just to see how far it goes, but it's not actually that deep. It's just kind of formed a little hole. Number 2, from the age of 2, my favourite colour has always been blue. That rhymes. That's not meant to happen. This is one from when I was about 13. And I used to really want to become a wildlife documentarist. I don't know why, but anyway, I looked up like the course and what I had to do and where I had to go for it. I think it's because I really like to watch like David Attenborough and like Steve Irwin and stuff, and I just thought it was like such a cool job, just going around exploring, finding animals and just like filming them and be like, look at this strange beast over here as it gallops into the savannah. In the year 1990, when I was born, the name Rachel was the most popular it has ever been. Real imaginative mum. I absolutely love like Disney movies. Disney movies are probably my favourite. My absolute favourite Disney movie is The Lion King. My flatmate Jess and I, flatmate slash niece, like she is obsessed with it. We're both just obsessed with The Lion King, so we literally just walk around the house quoting Lion King all the time. We know it like word for word because we just watched it over and over and over and over as kids. Life's not fair, is it? You see, I will never be king, and you will never see the light of another day. Adieu. Didn't your mother ever tell you not to play with your food? What do you want? I'm here to announce that King Mufasa's on his way, so you'll better have a good excuse for missing the ceremony this morning. Oh, now look, Zazu, you made me lose my lunch. I would sing some for you too, but I actually can't sing. So let's just chuck that out the window. My second favourite would have to be Tangled. I love Tangled. It's such a good movie. I've actually got the Lion King and Tangled soundtracks in my car. I've got High School Musical in there too, and a few others. So I literally just drive around like listening to like soundtracks. I love hot chocolate. So overall I think I'm more of a cold drink person than a hot drink person. Like occasionally I'll have a hot drink, but I'm not one of those people that have hot drinks like 5 times a day. I'll have maybe like 1, maybe 2 on a exquisite day. I'll have 2 hot drinks today. But and whenever I'm like at work or something and it's like morning tea time and everyone's getting their hot drinks, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I have to get one because everyone else is getting one. So I'll get one and I have like 2 sips and then it will end up going down the drain. So I don't actually know why I bother. Half the time I get it and I don't want it. So I've kind of started just getting like a little mug of water because I'm more likely to drink my water than I am my hot drink. Smoothies. Love smoothies. They're probably my like top favourite drink actually. I am so bad at packing. It doesn't matter how long I have in advance, I will always either forget an important thing like my underwear, my pyjamas, or a toothbrush, or like my hairbrush, makeup brushes, but I'll bring my makeup. That's happened once. And I'm like, well, that's useful. It's like, you can go buy them, but then you get to the point where it's like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, nothing's open, and then you're like, oh, darn, I forgot my toothbrush. And then you're like, have fuzzy teeth all night, and it's awful. So I actually need to just like write a list somewhere and put it every time, go through and be like, yeah, I've got that, I've got that, I've got that. Even though I think I'm well packed, I'm always like, I'm sure there's something I've forgotten. Or like my charger, oh, that's annoying. When you forget your charger and you go somewhere and they don't actually have an iPhone, or they've got like an older iPhone and you can't charge your phone. My first word was cat, and my favourite animal is a cat, so that's quite fitting. I think it's because we had quite a lot of cats, well not like heaps, but we had like 3 or 4 cats when I was little. I'm at exactly 160 centimetres tall, or that's roughly like 5'2" I think. We don't really use feet in New Zealand, but something like that. At least I don't think we do. We do. When I was really little, I used to actually have like a slight English accent because my parents come from England and my 4 older siblings were born in England, and it's just me and my sister that like were closest in age. We were both born in New Zealand, so when I was little I did have like a tinge of an English accent, but as I got older and went to school and stuff, it wore off. So.
What else did you get?
Look at Harry's next one.
That's yours.
One's Rachel's. Is it mine? Yep, that's yours. That's from Mr. Bennett, isn't it, Dad? It's from.
Isn't it?
I have like a massive family. Like I've got 5 siblings, and then I've got a niece and a nephew that are older than me, and I've got like a large chunk that are like around my age, slightly younger give or take, like Jess obviously, and a few others, and then I've got the other set of nieces and nephews that are like young enough to be like nieces and nephews. Like when my niece Hayley was born, who's 12 now, she was like the first niece that actually felt like a niece. Like the other ones were kind of, I don't know, even the one that was a few years older than her, I think he's like 2 years older or 3 years older, but anyway, he must be 2 years older, I think he's 14, but anyway, so even though it was only like a couple of years, I was like 11 when he was born, but when Hayley was born I was 13, and just that little bit extra kind of made it seem like, oh, I'm actually like an auntie to this child. And yeah, I actually just felt like an auntie, and she was like the first one I actually built up an auntie-niece relationship with, and then there's all the others that came after that I actually have that relationship with, so that's really cool. And the chunk in the middle are kind of like cousins, and then well, actually all the ones above that kind of feel like cousins. But yeah, so because we're all quite close in age, the ones before Hayley that are kind of, I don't know what they feel like. Maybe cousins. I guess you can have like a 11-year age gap between cousins. I guess. I don't know. But anyway, but no, it's quite cool because we've always just got so much like family, and Christmases are so much fun because everyone just kind of gets together and we just, you know, just laugh and do Christmassy things, chill out together, eat. Christmas is not my favourite, but we do it quite often for other occasions too, but Christmas is definitely the best. We'll all just come together and cram into a house and just joke around and put on our hats. And actually, talking about hats, I heard that America doesn't have Christmas crackers. I just assumed everywhere had it. You know, we're the ones where you pull it open and there's like a hat inside and a lame joke and a little like plastic toy. This is the one I got my cracker this year. What did the, I'll see if I remember it. What did the hat say to the scarf? No, it wasn't that. It was the other way around. What did the scarf say to the hat? You go on ahead and I'll hang around here. Yep, so that's, if you're American and you don't know what a Christmas cracker is, that's what you're missing out on, and the cool little hats. I don't even remember what I was originally talking about. Anyway, it's like Christmas is the best because you can kind of drag it out for like a really long time. Like last year, Jess and I did 100 days leading up to Christmas. So we started off in like month, was it like August or something, and every day we'll put up a Christmas decoration, and by like Christmas time, like December even, our house was just like decked out Christmas Eve. We've got a real Christmas tree. Actually, if you look, I'll put the link down below of what our house looked like by Christmas time. So much fun, just like dragging Christmas out as long as possible. I feel like the build up is actually probably the most exciting bit. Like when you're a child, it's the presents, but when you get to an adult, you're like, oh my goodness, it's just so much fun, just like getting into the Christmas spirit and getting like the house all festive and getting on Christmas jumpers, even though it's summer here, and roasting in them, and yeah, just getting like the cat like a little Christmas collar with little bells on. I don't know, it's just so exciting. Like it just kind of gives you something to look forward to in that last end of year. Though I really wish that we had it in winter, because I feel like it would make winter exciting. Because it's winter here now, and it's just really like drawn out and cold. And if I had to choose between like being too hot or being too cold, I definitely choose being too hot. I just can't handle cold. Like, I'm such a wimp when it comes to cold. I'm just always like laid up, even though there'll be times in summer I'll be wearing like my merino wool like things underneath, because I'm like, I just don't want to be cold. And I guess like we have some really good weather sometimes in summer, but then we also have our quite cold days. So sweet or savoury? Definitely sweet. I'm always like reaching for the chocolate or like the cupcakes, or like even when it comes to like baking and cooking, I prefer to bake. I think it's because I just like the sweet reward at the end. And like cooking, it's like, oh, I like food, but I definitely rather go for like a sweet treat over like a cooked meal. Dessert over meals. It sounds so bad. I kind of actually wish I was a savoury person, because I feel like a lot of the food's a lot healthier. Like you can snack on celery and carrots. Like I do like that stuff too, but given the choice, I'd be more likely to go for like chocolate, to be honest. There's like crackers and like, I don't know, like healthy things. And like what kind of things other than fruit can you think of that's sweet and like super healthy? Like you can make like healthy baking, but I feel like it's not as healthy as savoury food. When I was younger I used to play the piano, though I think I was about like 6 or 7 when I started, and I played it for like a year or 2. Then I just stopped. And then we got rid of the piano and never played it again, and I honestly, like, all that knowledge is just gone. Like they say, you either use it or you lose it, and I lost it. Like, I can't, I wish I could. I really wish I didn't stop. But when you're like 8, you make these decisions, and then when you're an adult, you're like, damn, why did I not continue? But I think it's because I didn't like practice enough, and then I was just like, this is too hard, I can't do this. And if I could go back to my 8-year-old self, then I would actually like make more of an effort. But I guess when you're 8, I just kind of like, oh, I don't really want to do this anymore. I just want to like play and do kiddie stuff. Because now I can't play. I can play a tiny bit of guitar, but I wouldn't really say I can play the guitar. Like maybe like a few songs, but I can't like remember how to read notes or anything. So yep, that's just gone. My first pet when I was a child was a cat called Simba, before The Lion King came out. So actually it was like a few years before The Lion King came out. So I'm not quite sure how we came up with the name Simba, but anyway, I was like 2 or something. I'm not sure. That could be wrong. I was about 2, and my first official pet that was mine was Simba. Before The Lion King. Go figure. My favourite YouTubers are the Sakoni Jolies, and I watch them every single day. And if I miss it a day, I'll go back and I'll watch that day. And I've watched them every day. Probably almost every day this year. It's kind of into my routine now. So I'll be doing my makeup and I'll watch the Sakoni Jolies. I love making lists. Sometimes I'll make lists of things that like I've already done, and then I can tick them off. And that's kind of what motivates me. I'll just make a long list and be like, cool, I've done that, highlight that, highlight that, highlight that. And I'm like, I've already done that, so I'll highlight that too. And I just kind of feel more productive when I've done lists. I sleep talk apparently. And apparently I also sleep yell. I can't stand spiders. I absolutely hate spiders. Like, I wish I liked spiders. I don't mind the little jumpy ones, but anything other than that, yuck. Talking about spiders, when I was on the Solomons, I shared a room with a tarantula for about a week, or a week and a half or something, just crawling around, because there was like these 3 rooms and there was like a gap between them. It was like one building, and it would just kind of crawl between the three, and it would like disappear, and you'd be like, where's that spider? And then it would just appear, and it would disappear, and then eventually something killed it with their boot. So gross. The first night I got like no sleep, so I was like, oh, where's that spider? Where's that spider? Is it gonna crawl on me? And I had like the sheet, even though I was like roasting hot, and I was like making sure I was really covered, just because it was like crawl on me in the night, or like crawl into my bag or something. But it didn't. And then after that, the second or third night, I was just like, oh, you know what? I'll survive the last couple of nights, so I'm sure I'll be fine. I was so tired, I just went to sleep anyway. And then I kind of imagined myself gone, but no, it's still around. I am a sock hoarder. I absolutely love socks. I buy socks and I don't need to buy socks. I buy socks just because. Like, I'll see cute socks and I'll be like, I need them. And I'll buy socks, lots of socks. Like my sock drawer. I have a whole drawer dedicated to socks, and it's overflowing. I don't need so many socks. I couldn't click until 2 years ago. I can now. And when I whistle, it sounds like a bird. I faint really easily, like, actually I think I've got better because I've had a couple of injections this year and I haven't, but I used to faint really easily when it came to like my own blood or like injections. The only times I've ever fainted have been in public. The first time was in science, and what we had to do was we had to prick our finger and we had to look at our blood under the microscope. So I pricked my finger, well actually I couldn't even do it, the teacher did it, because I was like too much of a wimp. And then it started bleeding. It was like a little bit of blood, like I don't know what the big deal was, and I fainted right there in the science lab. So I woke up to like all these people around me like on a movie, and I was so confused. I was like, oh, I knew I was tired, but I didn't think I was that tired because I actually just thought I'd fallen asleep on the ground, which would have been super awkward. But apparently I fainted. And then the second time I fainted was in the middle of the street, and I was putting down an umbrella, and I like, you know, I've got those sticky up bits that like sliced through my thumb, and like the blood was like pouring out, like it went in quite deep. That was gross. And then I fainted outside the ATM machine, but luckily it was a really rainy day and there wasn't really anyone around. When I like swallow too fast or eat something hot, it hurts my back. Like most people, it hurts their front. I don't know if it's like esophagus in the wrong place, but I know there's a couple of other members in my family that it happens to too. So yeah, it like really hurts you, like especially like hot like chips. Eat them too fast and I'm like, oh my goodness, my back is so sore. Rather than like down here. Or if I eat something hot, I feel it down my back. I don't know, is that normal? Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed my video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to give my video a like. I will pop the Christmas house tour video down below from last year. And don't forget to check out my other videos. Ka kite anō. So bad at ending videos. Bye. Bye. Goodbye.